Ahoy! This weekend I had a chance to attend the Gasparilla Pirate Festival in Tampa, Florida. One of the biggest parties in Florida and one of the biggest parades in the country. For over a century now, pirates have invaded and taken over the streets of Tampa every year, and this year they did it again. Gasparilla is a weeks-long, citywide celebration that kicks off with a pirate invasion of Tampa and ends with the night parade through Ybor City, with a bunch of pirate-themed events taking place all around the city in between and even well after the final parade. Basically, think of this as Pirate Mardi Gras, with all the floats, bead throwing, and general mayhem that Mardi Gras is infamous for. Gasparilla dates back to 1904 when a group of local Tampa businessmen created the Ye Mystic Crew of Gasparilla to bring a Mardi Gras-style celebration to the city. The festival's main event is this citywide party and pirate-themed parade that has become one of the largest parades in the United States. The name Gasparilla comes from the legendary local pirate, Jose Gaspar, but sadly, he's probably about as real as Captain Crunch or Captain Jack Sparrow. While there's a lot of history of pirate activity in this part of Florida, Jose Gaspar is probably just a myth, but I don't think anybody here really cares. Gasparilla begins with a massive armada of boats led by the pirate flagship, the Jose Gasparilla, that invades the city where the crew of buccaneers are met by the mayor, who then surrenders to the pirate crew. This invasion is quite a sight, and the constant sound of cannons firing and echoing off the buildings downtown is pretty unforgettable. And just look at all those boats. A few years ago, I was on one of those dinner cruise ships that was part of the invasion, and from first-hand experience, I can tell you it is chaos out there. It looks awesome from up here, but you have to be a special kind of person to take your boat out into the middle of all that. After this invasion from the sea reaches the convention center, the land invasion comes next. This massive, seemingly endless parade of pirates flows down Bayshore Boulevard and into downtown Tampa with the aim of spreading pirate cheer to everybody. Thousands of people decked out in pirate costumes, waving pirate flags, gather to watch the parade where marching bands and pirates on floats take over the streets. The crew of each float throws beads to the crowd, blasting music, and often even firing cannons. This entire event is just pure sensory overload, and it's also one of the best places for people watching you'll ever find. This event, though, as you might have already guessed, isn't really for kids. It's not very kid-friendly. It has all the sights, sounds, and smells of what we might associate with Mardi Gras, but with a bit of a Florida twist. And every year, the local police report is full of stories of some of the wild stuff that happened the day before. Luckily, though, there is a Gasparilla Children's Parade that takes place every year the weekend before the big festival, and is actually the first official event of Gasparilla. The Children's Parade has the same huge parade with music, pirates, and bead throwing, but no alcohol is allowed, and the scene is turned down a couple notches, so it's much more family friendly, and you can feel comfortable taking your kids to that one. Then a few weeks later, this entire parade happens again, only this time it's at night through Ybor City, where all this pirate craziness gets turned up even a few more notches. This festival is not just limited to parades though, it is a big deal in Tampa and it's almost like a season, a Gasparilla season around here. Gasparilla is basically an entire festival season with a bunch of other events taking place throughout the city over the next few weeks. There's the Gasparilla Festival of Arts, the Gasparilla Music Festival, the Gasparilla Film Festival, and marathons and 5K races are all big events on their own. If you've ever been to Gasparilla and have your own wild Gasparilla story you want to share, leave in the comments. I'm sure we'd all be very entertained by that. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you'll be notified of my next video.